What up, y'all? Look at me on time a little bit. I got me a little pizza. Hopefully, I have time to eat it. Oh, y'all know I'm not really a big fan. I like eating clearly, you feel me? But I'm not a big fan of eating in front of people. I don't eat like a slob either. The last time I came on live eating, I had a lot of people in my mouth. You feel me? What is that? I don't like all that. Girl just want to eat. You feel me? And my life's so busy, that I don't really have the time sometimes. I got to eat when I can. You feel what I'm saying? Rev in the building. Hands to the ceiling. I was just saying I'm eating. I got some pizza. But happy New Year's Eve, y'all. I feel like here lately, every day I didn't hopped on. It's been a holiday. Thanksgiving Eve, Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's. Hey, shout out to me for the consistency. Shout out to you guys for showing up. Welcome in, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Only if you're gonna come back. My name is Natalie, and I go live in these YouTube streets. You feel me? Yeah, we want to talk. I don't know why when I get passionate. You got to think this is a whole mic in front of me. The purpose of the mic is to amplify my voice, right? But when I get passionate about something, y'all, I don't know why my voice naturally elevates, Clearly I got a little story behind that. Thank you, sis, for everything. I appreciate you, Rev. I don't know too much what I'm really doing. I'm just showing up, but I want to tell y'all this story. We dabbled into it a little bit about, the manager at my job. Orlando in the building with the 100. I appreciate you. We dabbled into it a little bit about there's a manager at my job. I wasn't really sure how old he was, but I found out last night because y'all, previously, we're going to start doing this. When I start doing my videos, I'm going to hit y'all with the previously on the Fabulous Life of Natalie, like them reality shows. And we talked about how he tried to check me nicely over. I asked him to use the restroom. You feel me? I asked him to use the restroom. I guess a lot of people had asked him to use the restroom and he got in his feelings about it. So last night, he came to assist me on my wall, assist me in packing my wall down because it had a lot of items in it. And I need y'all to know, typically, I keep my headphones in my ear and I mind my business. You feel me? I don't really talk to too many people at my job. But something told me, and I've been needing to tell this gentleman, this boy, he's 19, y'all. Y'all know I'm 39, almost 40. Something told me to enlighten him. And I've been wanting to enlighten him on, I don't want to say his character, but who he is. You feel me? Y'all, I got the other phone in. So we shouldn't get interrupted today. All right. Let's see. Testing it. So anyway, first my songs on my headphones. And I was like, do I really want to interrupt my good song to enlighten this man on his behavior? And it's not my job to enlighten him on his behavior. But listen, y'all. So, we can say either the spirit told me to enlighten him or we can say I'm delusional. Because realistically, I could have just hit play. You feel me? So I said, stop, skirt. Tell him what you think, Natalie. Tell him how you feel. So I looked at him and I was like, look, I hit pause. I said, look, Something's telling me to tell you this, and I don't know what it is about me, but when I naturally get passionate about something, you know, my voice, Ebola in the building, hands to the ceiling, my voice naturally, you feel me, comes up. My voice naturally elevates. I don't know if that's just y'all, but realistically, I'm not mad about anything. But I feel like after I had this conversation with him, y'all, him being 19, he don't know. You feel me? Because I got a 19-year-old. Shout out to her. She'll be 20 today. Her birthday will be January 1st. Her birthday will be January 1st. No, Jose, you're right in the mixed. You're right in the mist of the story. Y'all, thank y'all for pulling up. Jose in the building. Orlando sending all these emojis and stuff. I appreciate you, Frank pulling up. Thank y'all for pulling up. Happy New Year's to you too, Frank. But y'all, so I looked at him and I told him, like, look, you can take this if you want to. You feel me? You do with it what you want, but I gotta tell you. You feel me? I gotta tell you. My heart's telling me to tell you that. Chicago in the building. So, yeah, it's only 2 a.m. Only 2 a.m. your time. Sheesh. But we at 7 p.m. over here. So anyway, I looked at him and I said, look, I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Primo, thank you for the 100, cuz. I said, I'm not sure if you're aware of this. It's not my job to let you be aware of this. But, I think I said, you can do with this what you will. I'm not your manager. I'm just a person who has prior manager experience. I'm not in my feelings. I'm no longer trying to move up with Amazon. I want you to know that. Of course, to him, it probably came out as angry black woman. You feel me? It probably came out like, bitch, this. Anyway, long story short, thank you. Happy New Year's to you, Primo, because I'm going to make sure heroin. Oh, well, have a good day, Moon. Anyway, so I was like, I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Me from having prior experience, and I'm not saying I'm all that. I'm not. I'm just saying, maybe I see something you don't see. Thank you for the party hat, Primo. But I said, bro, I think it's highly disrespectful that you have certain people that you speak to and you don't ever say anything to me. And I'm not saying it as this day move forward, start speaking to me. I'm not a pick me, but I'm just letting you know that, if you don't take the time to speak to me, that I know there's other people you don't take the time to speak to. You feel me? And of course, oh, I'm sorry. And he's 19, y'all. And it's like, I didn't know he was 19, but it's like, I'm not saying this from moving forward for you to start speaking to me. I'm saying it as in the sense of, bruh, as a manager, you feel me? So time to work. Thank you for pulling up. Just so you're aware. You feel me? So he said, I'm sorry. And I said, like I said, I felt kind of bad because it was one of these situations. I don't know if you guys have ever been a part of one of these situations. And I don't like to be an instigator to one of these situations to where I feel like you're doing something wrong. And to me, there's nothing you can do to correct it. You feel me? I'm just making you aware. And I'm not saying this day move forward, correct it with me. I can care less if you talk to me. And that's what I told him. I can care less if you talk to me. I'm 40 years old. I can care less. But I'm making it aware to you because maybe you're not aware of it. But something that really also, then we're going to get back into the story that causes me to be upset is that, when I tell him that, of course he wants to correct it, which I don't care if he talked to me. But it was that he felt like he needed to what is the word, y'all? Make excuses, and he was just talking around in circles. May peace be upon us and all 26, big 26 facts. Everybody smash that like button. Facts. Thank you, Frank. So when I told him that, Primo, thank you for 100. He was like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. I made it in my, which y'all know by now, like when someone talked to me like I'm dumb, that brings me out of character. And he said, I don't want you to feel that way. I always wanted to speak to you. I just didn't. Like, bro, what does that even mean? What does that mean? If you, as a manager, if you want to speak to someone, you gonna do it. Like, you ain't gonna skirt fast forward. You're making excuses of why we're gonna dress up, a penny and make it look like it's pretty. So long story short, I was like, bro, I don't care if you speak to me. I'm just saying, in generally, I personally find it disrespectful. I'm not saying this they move forward, speak to me, because I don't need that. I'm just letting you know that as a manager, someone with prior manager experience, I'm not asking you to say, Natalie, what did you eat for lunch? I'm asking you as a manager moving forward for your team, you need to come in and just say, hey, Natalie, that's it. You feel me? Sarah, how are you? You don't say anything. But when it comes to, because he got promoted, you feel me? But when he got promoted, he had a clique of people that he rode with. Do you know what he does with them? He takes the time of speaking with them, and it's because of that. And, I don't know what it is, but because, the company I work for says there's no fraternization, no favoritism. But what does that look like undercover? You feel what I'm saying? Undercover, it looked like that. You feel what I'm saying? It starts at home for sure. We got Nightbot deleting some things, man. So anyway, like I said, at the end of the day, I don't know you. We're live. Oh yeah, I think I sent out a little message. Kenley, my bad. I didn't send out you can arrive to this live on time message, but I did send out a message saying, y'all, I'm going live tonight on New Year's Eve. I would love for y'all to pull up. I did send one of those. Anyway, y'all, long story short, I felt like at the end of the day, bro, I thought I was emotional. But then I thought about it, like emotional is tied to passion. And whenever I have passion, I'm naturally going to be driven. You feel me? Maybe I am emotional. He just kept trying to find a way of fixing it. So I asked him, how long you been working for this company? He said 1 year. And it made me wonder, how is it that I've been working for this company for 6 years? And I asked him that, how is it, what are you doing that I'm not doing for them to, ask you, you've been working for this company for 1 year. And he said, it's not that. And this really made me mad, y'all. This really made me mad. After he said this, the conversation shifted. He says, everybody here, we all say, all the managers here, we say that you're a hard worker. We know you go hard. And it made me mad because I looked at him and said, so what do you think I get from going hard every day? What do I benefit from going hard every day? And he said, I don't know. I said, well, what made you get promoted? He said, working hard. I said, so you think someone works hard every day, and who goes to work and works hard every day and expects not to get anything from it? And then when you have a manager, that associates with certain crew people and not you, what's driving me to go hard every day? And he said, well, do you want me to go speak? Another answer to this question, another deflection. Well, do you want me to go speak to the main manager and ask her for you? And I said, if I'm coming to you as a woman to tell you how I feel, do you think I have a problem going to the other manager and making them aware that I want to be promoted? At this point in my life, I don't care no more. 6 years in, I don't care no more. I don't care. And it sounds like, I might care, but I'm telling you, like when I tell you, because he heard the other manager speaking about my YouTube the other day. She was just like, what'd you talk about on there? He heard it. He had no idea that I do YouTube. Not that it matters, but I said, my purpose now is, this is not my path, bruh. Maybe if I can help you any way, shape, or form to get your stuff together, maybe that's what the message is, but I don't need you to correct anything. You don't have to speak to me this day moving forward just because I made you aware that you didn't do it. My job is to make sure you're aware that you don't do it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm making you aware that you don't speak to me. And I know since you don't speak to me, that there's other people that you don't speak to. That's the message, man. I don't know. Do you think he's in experience? And do you think he's in experience don't like you? Or I think, Frank, I mean, you can't see it from where you're sitting at, but I think for me, he's 19. I have a 20-year-old. She'll be 20 at midnight. I think he's very intimidated. You feel me? Like, to sum it up, when he comes and asks me anything, he'll walk over to me, and I've seen this before, y'all. Zoom in on y'all. Natalie, can you feel me? Like, it's like he's scared to talk to me. And I told him that. I was like, I know what it is. I know why you don't talk to me. And he was like, well, what is it? And I said, you don't talk to me because you're intimidated by me. And I feel you. And that's not my fault, y'all. And I need y'all to realize that if somebody's intimidated by you, that's not a personal problem. That has nothing to do with you. That has to do with that individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am who I am, and I'm not saying accept me. But y'all, and I was telling my daughter about this today, and I was like, I'm not asking bro to say, hey, Natalie, what'd you eat for lunch? As a manager, you feel me? Me as a manager, because I've been a manager, multiple businesses. That's not my path anymore. But as a manager, you should want to engage, And then he started saying, well, I'm 19. Bro, did you go into the interview and say, did you sit down and say, y'all should hire me because I'm 19? Your age isn't a factor. Your age does not give you leverage to act a certain way because of your age. You feel me? Then you shouldn't have signed up to be a manager. I might disconnect. I'm in the car. Okay, Kenley, thank you for pulling up. Cool. I know. You got 2 strikes against you. You're a woman and you're black. Boy! Emphasis on that. And then, when a black woman speaks up, we ain't gonna get into it because, I don't like to dabble down this. When a black woman speaks up, she's automatically angry. She's automatically bitter. And he's not black. So that's why I think like I said, when I got done talking to him, y'all, I really felt like he tied everything to emotion. Like, she's emotional. Okay, this is why I don't talk to her. And y'all keep in mind, my headphones are in. You know how they say 99.8% of the time? My headphones are in 100% of the time. But I think it still just takes general, hey, Natalie, how are you? I know he's going to do it now, but like now it's to the point where it's too late. I allow people to show me who they are. When you show me who you are, that way I can't be shocked when I see who you are, if that makes any sense. You've been taken for granted. Bro, that made me mad. When I tell y'all, boss man in the building, thank you for pulling up, cuz I'm in a little rant. What makes me mad is that I've had several businesses tell me, companies, usually they promote me though. That's the only flaw. Usually they promote me. But it really makes me angry that there's 4 managers in this warehouse and all of them say the same thing. Natalie works hard. Natalie works hard. Y'all, I am 39, pushing 40. So nothing ever clicked in your head for you to say, this woman works hard. Let's allow her to do something else. It don't click. And like I said, I know a lot of the people in this warehouse know I'm focused on my channel. But what is stopping y'all from saying, Natalie, until your channel pops off, would you love to learn something else? You feel me? But that's a leadership call. And even though these people are in leadership positions, mentally it doesn't make them a leader. Because I've said it before, I'll say it again, and then I'm gonna dive deep in the chat, y'all. You feel me? When I was a manager at a fast food restaurant, you know, let's say I was 5 years in, but I'm a manager. Keep that in mind. If I ever came across someone, I would always say, hey, how long you been with the company? This and that. If they said 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, I would say to them as a natural leader, you feel me? Ashley, what's stopping you from moving up? Girl, we've been at the company for the same year. Is there anything I can do to help you develop? Are you wanting to move up? How is it like when we sit down at these little birthday round tables? You go to a birthday round table for your birthday month and everybody goes around the table. How is it that you're hearing as a leader? Hi, my name is Ashley. I've been with Amazon for 8 months, 6 months, 10 months, all these different people, right? 12 months, 1 year. And how when it's my time, you hear me say, my name is Natalie. I've worked at 4 different Amazon buildings. This one's different from my past 3. I've been with the company for 6 years. 6 years. And your mind as a manager doesn't click for you to think, dang, when these other people leave, I'm going to ask Natalie, why hasn't she moved up? Or maybe not even that. You feel me? When these other people leave, Natalie's been at the company way longer than these other people. And they all know I'm a hard worker. They all say it. How is it your mind don't click for you to say, dang, bruh, what's stopping you from moving up? If my mind clicked, why isn't any of y'all's? We're talking 4, 5, 6 managers, y'all. Happy New Year's, y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up. I don't play like that. That's why I said when I go back to work, since y'all don't know I'm a hard worker, I'm just going to water my job down. I'm not saying like I'm going to act dumb, but I'm saying when I start to work, you allow Ashley to get away with a criminal offense. We're not going to say the M word on the live. You allow Ashley to get it. I'm just going to watch. Y'all know I'm a good worker. You know it. Well, I'm going to give y'all what everybody else gives y'all. What it boils down to is lack of training. And I know this day and time, common sense is not common these days anymore. Paul, you absolutely right. Kenley said, Happy New Year's, everybody. Happy New Year's. Thank you guys for pulling up. Thank you for enjoying your New Year's Eve with me, man. I really appreciate it. I was going to wait for a perfect moment to talk to you, but then I realized you're the one who makes the moment perfect. Talk to him, Scuba Steve. You better use that when you go talk to a woman. She gonna be like, man, what's your name? Hi from Chicago. Chicago in the building. Shout out to Charles for pulling up. What is your favorite Alani flavor? Shout out to Alani. How you know I love Alani? Girl, let me think a little bit. I don't like go to Alani in real life, but I mess with Alani just because their drinks are distributed in Louisville, Kentucky, where I'm from. But it's like a teal can. It might be peach flavor, I think. I like fruity flavors. You feel me? You look so young. I appreciate it. Hey, friend, Captain Crunch in the building. Long time no see. Some don't even care what you're going through. I went through this very thing years ago. It's sad. And I think what it is, Reb, to be all the way honest with you, your girl like to think deep. I'm a deep thinker. Einstein, if you will. Let's take the boy for an example, right? He's soft-spoken. He come up to me like, AI. I think a lot of companies want individuals that way because they can mold them. It's like a net near my drink. They can mold them to be where they want them, who they want them to be, what they want them to be. And people like me, I'm outspoken. You can't mold me to be your status quo. You feel what I'm saying? You can't mold me that way because I'm the complete opposite. When you get a 19-year-old boy that's scared to talk to people, Amazon's going to tell you to jump through these hoops. And guess what? He going to jump through them that way. They want people like that they can make to who they want him to be. And I'm the opposite. You feel me? So, and then when I even asked him, like, because I've been inclined with Amazon to be a manager. We've talked about it. But they wanted me to do complete opposite shifts away from my family and kids, and I've rejected them. But what makes Amazon so different, because I've always had, and I'm not like rubbing it, I'm not, you know, I'm not, what is the word? I don't want to say glutton. Is that it? I'm not rubbing it in y'all's face, right? A lot of the jobs I had have been manager experiences, excluding Amazon, right? But typically when they hire you as a manager, Chris in the building, hands to the ceiling, maybe boosting. I don't know why I'm saying glutton. I don't know. You feel me? But they make you go through a training to where it's called the STAR method. Y'all might be aware of it. I wasn't aware of it until I became a manager, until I was inclining to be in a position at Amazon. Thank you for the Primo. Thank you for the 100. So, STAR method is where you take a situation. The STAR is an acronym for situation, task, action, result. So they'll ask you a question and you have to give a situation to when you've done something like this. The task you had, you executed in order to execute that task, the actions in which you came in place and the results that came from it. And I'm asking, bruh, something along that line. So, what did you say in your STAR method? He looked at me like, what are you talking? He didn't even have a STAR method, y'all. But me, I've been trained, from being interested in Amazon positions to have STAR. Bro, I'm not wasting my time on it. If he wants to talk to me, cool. I'm not looking for it. But I just want to say that. My favorite sherbet swirl. Oh, I'm not really a sherbet swirl type of gal, Kenley, because I really believe like hardcore that certain flavors should not be in liquid format. Shout out to you for liking sherbet swirl, but I don't drink like cotton candy flavored stuff because I feel like cotton candy is made for you to eat. And there's another birthday cake. I tried like birthday cake, something liquid format. I feel like birthday cake should be eaten only. So shout out to you, bruh. Yeah, my bad. We're in the chat now. For real, I'm done. Let me turn my lighting up. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here today because, I'm off tomorrow. So I was trying to conserve my lighting for the purpose of the mic. Thank you guys for pulling up. You look young. Time to work. I really appreciate it, man. Hey, friends. Some don't even care what you are going through. Oh, okay, got you. You can't expect anyone to do what you. Yeah, I don't expect it no more. But I feel like a superior manager. Don't get me wrong. I feel like some people are natural leaders. I really feel like I'm a natural leader. It doesn't have anything to do with my prior managerial experiences at different companies. I just feel like the way I think, I think for the people. I think, and I can't shade bruh, for not speaking to everybody. I was 19 one time. Would I talk to everybody at 19? No. But what I'm saying is, when you have a woman, I'm not saying I'm eager to be a manager in Amazon because I'm not anymore, but that has 6 years experience and the criteria, the background, the training to do this job. And y'all keep looking over her. And not even that, I have a friend that's been there for 3 years. What is he doing that I'm not? And when I asked him, you know what he said? When the walls are full, I pack it out. But that's a tier 1 job. Level 1 job. Amazon calls level 1 people tier 1. I can pack a wall out fast. You feel me? Well, I do problem solve. And again, a level 1 person, what are you offering? He's like, well, I help out. Bruh, okay. Like you're on 19-year-old mode. You're on 19-year-old mode, and I feel you. Um, my fave is sherbet swirl. Natalie, I hear you and feel you, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. As you speak, it confirms you go hard. But the thing when it comes to businesses, can you motivate and inspire other people to work hard? And I think that's what a leader does, Frederick. Clearly, I do. If I come in and do everything, I think, okay, so, when I was 19 and I was a manager, I felt like what made me the best manager, same way he is, but I'm not 19 no more. He feels like if he packs a wall, that makes him a good leader. No, what makes you a good leader is inspiring and motivating people. You feel me? I can do 100% at Amazon, go way harder than what I do go. I've learned this year that I'm not going to do that no more because, like I said, it doesn't really go down to the managers acknowledging me, but I feel like me going hard does what? You ain't gonna see me in a different perspective. I give y'all 73%, and y'all think I go hard, and it don't do nothing. No one goes hard and doesn't expect anything in return. You think Michael Jordan went hard and didn't get 5 rings? He got 5 rings from going hard. You feel me? But yeah, I motivate people. I inspire people. You don't see my channel, Frederick. I inspire people all the time. Manipulation mode and a motive. What are you talking about? L Brown? I thought it said elbow for a minute. Where the butt? I don't know, bruh. That's not me. You can lead a team like, exactly. You can't lead a team, like I said. And bruh was like, do you want me to speak to the da-da-da-da manager, the top manager on my shift? And it's like, no, why would I need that? But like I said, he's just trying to shut me up. He's uncomfortable, y'all. He don't want to have a conversation like this. But I'm saying, as that top manager, what's stopping her from asking me that question? That's the thing. You feel what I'm saying? Greetings, Chris. I think I shouted you out. Thank you for pulling up. Royal, thank you for pulling up, cuz what is the topic? Man, we just, you feel me, talking. And what it boils down to is lack of proper training, just like the training that you have gone through that some don't even recognize because they are dumber down the water. That's what I'm saying. Like, what? Only thing I'm saying to y'all, I think what the more of the message is. Hold on, y'all. Let me do one thing, but I think I can try to do it in talk. I think the more of the message is, how are some people oblivious to the fact that if I, as a McDonald's manager, saw people who were at the company the same amount of time that I was, this is before I became superior level at McDonald's because I left being like a store man. I was about to be a store manager. If my mind is equipped to ask people, what's stopping you? We've been here at 5 years. Like, do you want to move up? What's stopping them from doing that? And I think it really boils down to, y'all, for one, I know I'm a good leader. You don't got to tell me. You feel me? I know I am. I think a lot of people are intimidated because I'll see things and I'll do things that they might not see. A lot of people feel like, managers, I want to keep my job. And this lady offers this, and this. And she's good at her job, bruh. But like I said, I don't care. I know it seems like I do care, but I can assure you that I don't. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. I'm not going too far. I'm going to stay right here. Shout out to you guys for pulling up. It says we have 10 people in the live. Shout out to all 30 of you guys. You got me to 30 likes and 70 rubies. If you give me 1 second, I'm going to be back. All right, guys, hold on. Here we go. Let's do 1 hour. All right, I just started to go, man. Let's get some super chats, some gifts going. Fine. I appreciate you, Daryl. Thank you for pulling up. Happy New Year's. I literally love you. Not in that weird way. Why you love me, though? Can they talk to me? Also, what it boils down to is I think we talked about that. No, you're absolutely right. And I don't like saying that stuff to people, bro. He got 6 rings. It makes me stupid because I'm not aware of the exact. Dang. Okay, Mr. Noah. No, not Mr. Noah. My bad. I'm sorry. Hey, let me call you out by your government name. Hey, BD70470U. I'm unintelligent because I don't know the same exact rings that Jordan got. Excuse TF out of me. Amen. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believed in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Mr. Noah, thank you for that shout out, man. I'm glad you shouted that out. I love your name, by the way. I went and asked my husband the other day. I was like, do you think Noah is a cute name? And he said no. I think Noah's a cute name for a boy. Kinley, come on, man. Let's stay on topic. You say you are in love with me. Let me quote you. I literally love you. Not in a weird way. Why do you say that? Please hit that like button, y'all. Please subscribe only if you're going to come back. We're trying to reach a goal of 10 gifts. So please let me know, y'all, if y'all can cooperate and send them. I'm just letting that know that there is a 0 out of 10 gifts in the lower left-hand corner. Love Israel. Shout out to Israel. You're full of ish and toxic, says Digger Nick. I don't know if I can really trust somebody with the name Digger to classify me as being toxic, but you can let me know. Marcus Franklin, thank you for pulling up. Maine said he's going to hit all 10 of those gifts right fast. Appreciate you. Shout out to Maine, y'all, for sending those 10 and accomplishing that goal, man. Bruh, dang, man. You got to let people catch up. Let's make it 15 now, all right? Since Maine want to just clear the plate like that on Jesus sandals. Shout out to Maine for pulling up, y'all. But yeah, I wanted to dabble into that topic about the manager, y'all. Nothing too fancy. We in the building because we steady building. You hear me? What do you gain with gifts? Me personally, gifts is a form of YouTube currency. So when my gifts are achievable, it allows me to receive currency on the YouTube streets. You feel me, Miss? Appreciate the 9. Oh, y'all already know what to do. Smash Midnight Squirrel Super Chat, y'all. Smash that Super Chat. Just checking in. See, is the gym still in your living room? I appreciate you, baby. Yes, the gym is still in my living room. I appreciate you wanting to know the details of that, man. Still back there. Actually, to be real with you, Midnight, used it yesterday, the day before that, and the day before that. Hey, leave Fab alone just because she didn't know it was 6 rings. She had 5. That's close enough. You missed the point if you're just paying attention. Bruh, Paul, shout out to Paul. Let's pin you, Paul. Thank you guys for pulling up. Let me take a bite of this pizza. I'm still here. But y'all, my name is Natalie. I go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm trying to stay on that schedule, man. I think when you go live, for me personally, it gives me adrenaline. You feel me? I'm always willing to go live, but I'm going to take the time to focus on my long form and short form content. But if you guys were ever around Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we cover topics like this. I have a community called the Nat Pack. I would love for you to join it. So make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe only if y'all going to come back. Let me, off camera, I'm going to eat this pizza crust. Hold on, y'all. We in the building. Kinley, you can't. Then you got me spitting out pizza crust. You can't confess to me why you love me. What's your app? YouTube takes a percentage here. You gonna send something, DeAndre? You gonna make me waste my time to type it out and put it in here? DeAndre in the building. Am I getting wasted tonight? Now that's like 10 years ago. 10 years ago for sure. But me being 39, we don't do all that no more. But Shout out to you, Jake, for pulling up. All right, guys. Make sure no pizza crust is in my teeth. You feel me? Jake, the real question is, are you getting wasted tonight? Shout out to the mods. For sure. It looks mighty mod squad in here. Y'all see the blue. My mod squad team is definitely looking for y'all to step out of line to kick y'all out. DeAndre, keep it real with me, bro. You said, what is the Cash App? YouTube takes a percentage. If I pin it, are you going to take advantage of it, or are you just going to be on the bull? You be on the bull here lately, man. And real ones just do it. They don't just talk about it. No, yeah, I do it. I do it in real life. You see my muscle tone starting to come back just a little bit. You feel me? Little muscles. Sneak Dis. Appreciate you with the 2026, man. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Sneak Dis for pulling up and sending that 2026. Can you say happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Today's your birthday. My daughter's birthday is at midnight. Shout out to the Capricorns. Why do y'all say that? That tarnishes my name. I would not play like that. All right, let's see. Let me get my life together. I'm glad I got this other phone in front of me, because when it comes to, I don't know why, I can't ever think of my Cash App name. Let me see, y'all. All right, let me put it in here for you. And if you make a donation like you said, definitely going to shout you out. Reb, back on that topic, man, what do you think about the manager? Like, I feel kind of bad because I know he's not equipped. You know, I have a 19-year-old. She'll be 20. And I know how she thinks. So I know the way that they think. And I was obviously, 19, 20 at one time in my life. But I think it's rude to not. And I don't know. I think I got a disorder because. Here we go. I think my disorder is. DeAndre, there you go, baby. My disorder is when someone tries to talk to me like I'm dumb, like I'm stupid, I automatically get mad. So when I called it out, bro, you don't ever say anything to me. And he was like, well, I'll start. And it's like, if I don't care. I don't know how to say it without sounding like I'm in my feelings. You feel what I'm saying? So that being said, I'm not in my feelings, but I had to keep reminding him I'm 40, y'all. August 1st, I'll be 40. Do you really think I'm going to be in my feelings if you don't, as a manager, say hey or hi? I'm not in my feelings, but I'm just making you aware that I realize that if you don't have that conversation with me, I know you're not having it with other people. And and I asked him, do you like your job? He's like, I do. How? You don't got to show me, but let the actions speak louder than the words. $20 minimum donation for sure. Midnight. We're still waiting on Mr. DeAndre to send something. He said he asked, but when he asked, he's going to send. You feel me? I'm not meaning that I love you. I mean that I love your content and like your personality. You know what we call it, Kinley? Personality. Yo, you like my personality. Shout out to Kinley, y'all. Do you have merch? I do. I actually have mugs. I think my coffee mug's dirty in real life. Oh, he did. Oh, he did send $10. Shout out to DeAndre, y'all. He sent $10 and he said, I wouldn't play with you. Shout out to DeAndre, y'all, for sending that Cash App. He did send it Midnight Squirrel in real life. I keep forgetting, y'all. I got two phones in real life. I'm gonna show you guys in real time. $10. Shout out to DeAndre, y'all. $20 minimum. You said $20. When you say we said $20 minimum, do you mean you said $20 minimum? $10. What the fuck? We said 20. Stop it, Midnight. Don't be here acting like that. But anyway, what do you guys got planned for New Year's? I know it's early, 7:46 my time. If y'all would have caught me a good 10 years ago, boy, I would have been getting dressed up, being a Kentucky gal, the weather being freezing, found my way stumbling into some kind of club. But now, this 39-year-old Natalie, she spends New Year's Eve at home, you know. Shout out to me for changing. What's gorgeous? Jose, thank you for pulling up. What do you mean, what's gorgeous? Are you saying I'm gorgeous? Chilling with your kids. Shout out to you, man. Wink if it's pink. Jack, have a good day, bruh. Don't be pulling up acting like that. It's New Year's Eve. I'm sure you can find a woman anywhere. You don't got to find her on live. If you need confidence to go approach a woman, Jack, pull up to my ebook. That Cash App right there. You send 15, and I'll tell you the right way, the correct way to pull up to a real woman in real life to get her, baby. You don't got to look online. Trey. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe only if you're going to come back. My name is Natalie. I go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. What's something greasy you like to eat? Real life, though, I just ate pizza, but real life, I am a huge, I love burgers, man. That's my weakness. I love me, I'm weird. I don't like cheese on my burgers. Sometimes I do, but 99% of the time I don't. But I really love burgers dressed up. I don't know. I'm not a big mayonnaise. I can eat a burger with barbecue, tomato, lettuce, and onion. I love me some onions, y'all. I think the onion makes the burger the burger. You feel me? I feel like it tastes different if it don't have the onion on it. DeAndre, what's something greasy you like to eat? Pizza is your favorite. What kind of pizza, Jose? I feel like when I sat up, I went high, didn't I? Hot dogs are your favorite. I don't think hot dogs are really greasy. Are hot dogs greasy? Y'all, my cats. Can I be real with y'all? I don't know what's going on. But I have 4 cats, man. And one of them, I don't know how he snuck out. If you've been, following your girl for a minute, you know that I got 4 cats and one snuck out. Okay, I like nachos. Talk to you later, Natalie. Talk to you later, DeAndre. Thank you for pulling up and thank you for the super chat. Margaritas. That's not greasy. But anyway, one of the cats snuck out. And he was gone for 3 or 4 days, y'all. And I felt like since he came back, he's motivated the other cats to act bad. My other cats never hopped on the counter. Now all of them are hopping on the counter. And shout out to DeAndre for his message. So I had some grease on the stove, y'all. And bruh, I see them licking the grease. And I'm like, oh, y'all all about to leave. But that's not even what they really did in real life that really has me boy, I'm about to throw all these cats out. So I had gotten a big thing of cat food and put it underneath the sink. That's where my normal cat food area is, right? And one day I was on live that happened to be on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. One of the cats is trying to eat through the bag. Got a whole bowl full of food. And he tries to eat through the bag and it has the food running over, right? So finally I had to duct tape up the bag and I put it in my closet on the top shelf. Y'all know I work night shift. Bro, I come home and one of the cats then chewed through the bag, grabbed the bag, and put it on the ground. Cat food was everywhere. Again, keep in mind, I just taped this bag up. I just cleaned up all of the food and I'm looking still at their bowl. Y'all, it's making me mad. You see my hand? You see my hand and the mic shaking? I'm mad. But the food bowl is still full of cat food. Why are y'all doing this then? Happy New Year's. Bye. Kenley, thank you for pulling up. Cats in everywhere, bro. And then I'm seeing one of them like, so I think one of the cat that left, that now he's back. I think he's influencing the other cats because this cat is acting like the one that left. He's acting like savage mode, like he don't know when his next meal's coming. Like my husband made like some steak and it had a big piece of fat and left it on the plate, right? Because I don't eat the fat on the steak. I'm doing something, y'all, and I see that this cat that snuck out, then boy, it's like, have you ever seen something that startles you so bad that you're just like looking in amazement? The cat that snuck out hopped on the counter. I watched him grab the piece of boy, put it in his mouth of the steak fat. And I said, "Oh my God, you got to go. You got to go. Boy, we ain't doing this around here." Sarah, you are beautiful too. Thank you for pulling up. Happy New Year's. Cats everywhere, bruh. Frank, you just typed out a whole paragraph, bro. Where'd it go? Garlic Parmesan wings are the best. Greasy meal. I don't think I've ever honestly had garlic Parmesan wings. I think my favorite kind of wing, but shout out to garlic Parmesan wing. My favorite wing is I like sweet heat type of wing that's kind of sweet, kind of spicy at the same time. All right, Nightbot, who'd you time out? What they say? Oh yeah, definitely should have timed them out. Oh no, boy, that's what I said, bruh. This is your favorite cat, bruh, the one we want to save, and yeah, they're sitting on one of them is sitting specifically on top of the refrigerator. I don't know if he's doing it right now, but this is a new thing. He didn't do this until the other cat came back. So I told my husband, like, Brian, we're gonna have to kick these cats out. I'm good with two cats. You know, we got two really good cats that don't do stuff like that. But the cat that I thought didn't participate in that type of energy, I saw him licking grease today. And I'm like, Brian, what y'all got going on? There's a cat channel going viral. GoPro a cat play with the video should be having like three. Oh my God. Old cats be getting into so much shit. You should, man, that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. I was telling my husband, there's a lady that works with me. She's a manager. She's got 4 cats. And she told me, and I was like, oh my God. It's not something I would do typically, but she says she has a camera on them and she sees what kind of activity they get into when she's at work. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna buy the pizza. Take a little bite. I'm still here. You just can't see me. Make sure you hit the like button, man. Make sure you subscribe only if you're going to come back. My name is Natalie. I go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm really trying to like double down on those days. We were trying to talk about it earlier. But Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, because I think when you go live, you can get addicted to going live. And I'm not trying to get boxed in. You feel me? The only reason why the Cash App is posted because one of my subscribers said, well, YouTube takes a percentage. Drop your real Cash App. So shout out to him for sending what he said he was going to send. I'm going to delete it, but happy New Year's Eve, y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up on the live. I'm eating pizza right now. I promise y'all I'm right here. After I eat it, I'm going to turn the camera back on. I just have a phobia of people like watching me eat. Hopefully you guys can relate. Bruh. All right, guys, I'm back. My bad. Oh, let me turn the camera on. There she is. Welcome back, y'all. So, not too much going on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But I was ranting about my Amazonian story. You better show that video of you eating pizza. Amazon workers eat pizza. That's exactly how I would rant. What do you mean though? Like Frank, I don't know why you too scared to pull up to the email. I'm not gonna make you into a story on my channel, but you gotta pull up. You got a lot of like ideas that I would love to utilize. But it's really hard to utilize the idea if you feel me, you're just on the live. You feel me, Frank, or no, you don't feel me? Frank, what you got planned for tonight? Rev, you still in the building? What y'all got planned? Y'all just sitting at home? You full of shit, boy. You ain't gonna pull up. Frank, you full of it. Happy New Year. I love you forever and always. Jeffrey, I love to hear that. I look like Ty Dollar Sign. Don't do me like that, bro. Frank, get started now, bro. Take the time of pulling over to my email like Natalie. These are the things I've been wanting to tell you all 2025. But since we're approaching a new year, I think you should double down on all these things. Anything but a job, hon. What do you mean, Daniel? Y'all, I really feel like, shout out to Daniel for giving me this idea. I really feel like if I wasn't married, because you know when you married, you gotta kind of like consult with your partner. But if I wasn't, I would go full throttle YouTube. I would quit Amazon. I promise you. But you know, I have a partner, so I have to like go through him. I got some smoke, liquor, snacks. I'm a chill and snack. That's how I'm bringing in the new year. Shout out to you, Frank. I feel you, bro. Let me bite this pizza, y'all. Hold on. I haven't ate anything today. I ate, I think, some sushi. So this is like the real food I got. And then I started editing a video. If you guys are on the exclusive member content, and if you're not on the exclusive member content, you guys got to pull up, man, and show support. But I got distracted editing a video, but it's coming out. I just got to make a thumbnail for the video. And it's like a vlog type. Had the meta glasses on, y'all, because a lot of people ask about the meta glasses. I had the meta glasses on what it's like on a typical day for me, you know, out in public, how people are staring. Blase. Evan, I just took a bite of my pizza. Shout out to Evan from Mastermind Alliance in Houston, Texas. Make sure you guys pull up if you need any publishing. What am I going to say, though, Evan? Any publishing needs? Mo, thank you for pulling up. How are you doing, bruh? Let me screenshot you. I know I said that last time. I know I said I was going to screenshot you last time, Mo. How is your festivities going on YouTube? I did use you as a... Frank, don't listen now. I did use you as a idea for a short that I posted. How's YouTube going for you? I'm actually going to pull you up on my phone right now, bruh. And how's your new year going? Marketing advertising campaigns. Yeah, so if y'all need any marketing advertising campaigns, make sure y'all reach out to Evan. Evan Mighty 9754. We a brand development strategist unit. Yeah, pull up on him now. Mo, I'm pulling you up right now. We in 50 countries. Shout out to you for being in 50 countries, but you're originally located in Houston, Texas. So if you guys need any help with marketing advertisement, yeah, make sure y'all pull up. I need some more to drink, y'all. Since I've been sick since Christmas Eve, still sick. No, come on, man. You know me, I'm like Terminator. I don't use that as an excuse. I think one day though, I'm not trying to make you hate me more than ever. I feel like I'm unintentionally doing that. But one day I had COVID and I went live still and I can barely talk and a lot of things and I still went live. You feel me? So, but I did just subscribe to you, Mo. So you guys make sure you pull up on Mo as well. Can you bark on all four for 325? On God, I can. But you got to send it first. You're going to have me looking stupid. Send that 325. You can choose either Cash App, which is listed. Shout out to DeAndre for allowing me to list that. Or you can just send the 325 if you want me to get on all fours and bark. So, finna Finn Bouncer, I'll let you be the, I'll let you choose your choice. You did already. All right, you on the bull. Come on, Finn. Come on, bro. I'm not the one. I'm not no 20-year-old streamer, all right? I've been doing this for a little thing. You feel me? I did it already. All right, Finn. Y'all say bye to Finn for me. On 3. 3, 2, 1. We all know he didn't send it. Come on now. Finn, I'm going to put you in timeout. I ain't going to tell you how long I'm going to put you in timeout. I'm going to let you decide. But when you come back, be on your P's and Q's, all right? Do it first and I'll send later. Boy, y'all think I'm dumb. $5, of course. Mastermind Alliance and Publishing Group. Harlem Clark. Y'all make sure y'all send a heart on the super chat. Thank you so much, Evan. Make sure y'all pull up on them on all marketing needs. They're in 50 countries. Is that what you said? 50 or 500? Let me get right. 50 countries. Yeah, for sure. It's 3:03. Me going to Spotify. See you tomorrow. You going to Spotify? What does that mean? Thank you for pulling up, Ebola. I really appreciate you, bro. You tell me all the time. I'm going to send you a super chat for you staying on. And here I am not knowing when I'm going to get off. And you getting off. Hi, it's Ellie. Ellie in the building. Hands to the ceiling. Yeah, I got time for me to go get some water. I think y'all do. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, y'all. Don't leave. Don't leave now. Rev, if you're still in here, tell them a story. Rev, you say you wish you could tell them a story. Shout out to Rev Man. I want to say thank you. I got 10 people in the chat. Shout out to all 10 people, 8 people now. We have 37 likes, $14.99 on the super chats, 211 jewels and rubies. I really appreciate it, y'all. Oof. Got some ginger ale. I really need some water, man. After this, I'll get some water. Man, what else we got to talk about? I'm not going to lie. Whenever I be active in these YouTube streets, I run out of things to say. And I've been really active. I've been, staying on my live days, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I've been doing a lot of videos that haven't even came out yet. So when I feel like I do a lot of talking, I don't know what it is. Like, it makes me get on live and not talk. What did you get for Christmas? Catalina, thank you for pulling up. You said hi, but somehow you restricted it. Mo, I treated myself on Christmas. I got myself the Meta Ray-Ban glasses. And a lot of the videos I've been posting lately, I don't know if you have time to get around to them. I've been using them. So I'm not going to say I've always wanted them, but you know, I've been using them here lately in my shorts. So then I feel like it's kind of, what is the word? What is that word, y'all? God, I had it too on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of the word. Shit. Not repurpose. Like, I'm going to use it. And y'all know the word. Come on, bro. What is the word? Golly. What is the word? That's nice. I got my son for Christmas. I got what I got my son. That's nice. That's what I got my. Shout out to you for doing that, cuz. Peace, goddess. Thank you for pulling up SVN grams. What it do, Alvin? Thank you for pulling up. What are you looking for? The word that I'm trying to say for. I got the glasses, but I'm going to an investment for the glasses because I'm going to continue using them for content. And if you guys are interested in what kind of content, I dropped a short yesterday that's part of the full exclusive members. So make sure you pull up on it. That's what I got my son for Christmas already. Already what? What do you mean by already, Mo? Yeah, let me finish this pizza. Hold on. I'm on the crust, so it ain't gonna take me too long. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Rev, if you're still in here, I'm almost done. But do you think I am wrong for telling that manager how I feel? Oh, it's a regular smegular kind of pizza. It's DiGiorno cheese. Mantra. What high school did I go to? Can you shout it out so we can just make sure that I'm the correct woman that you're referring to? We're just like we just commenting random things. I don't know. I just felt kind of bad because I know he's not equipped for life. Don't get me wrong. Prior to speaking to him, I never knew he was 19 years old. So, I mean, to me, it doesn't change anything. But like I told him like, I don't know if other your superior managers have had this conversation that you don't, interact with the associates. And what really like takes me for a fancy is that there's another manager. See me working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Excuse me, guys. I have another group of managers, right? There's another manager who tells me he recently got promoted, and I feel like he's very engaging, very, he talks to associates, but he says that his managers are on him because they feel as though he doesn't engage enough. So when I told him like, hey, has the other managers had this conversation with you? And he said no. I'm like, okay, man, okay, whatever you say. Andrew in the building, hands to the ceiling. I think that you are very straightforward. I do too. And like I said, I felt bad, I guess, because I feel as though, I don't want to ever be that person. But if I'm saying you can't fix this, but yet these are your problems, and he's trying to fix them, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you feel like I don't talk? I'll talk more. That's not the problem. You feel like you should have been promoted and you're not. I'll talk to the manager. That's not the problem. The problem are these things, and you have to choose to fix them. It makes it seem as though I'm being problematic, I think. What are the best 3 leadership qualities that would you look for in an employee if you were to hire them? I look for somebody. Andrew in the building. My bad, yeah, I'm finishing the pizza. I'm done now. Um, I look for people to be like, you feel me, engaging. Like, look me in the face when you talk to me, look me in my eyes, or making me feel as though you are. You might not. You might be looking at my nose, but I look for people to make eye contact. I look for people that are able to show me, in a sense, that they had an issue when they were a leader. But I also look for people who become leaders without seeking help. You know what I'm saying? Don't check with me if you're fixing the problem the correct way. Like, know for certain that there's a problem and you fixed it, you corrected it your own way. Um, Andrew, I don't know if that's a good answer though. Wait a minute, y'all. We're still waiting on Meta Pharaoh to pull up because he said I was a freak in high school. He remembers me, small world. And I said, well, what high school did I go to? We're still waiting on an answer. I guess you got to look it up on Google or something. Ah, leaders have been tried and tested. Exactly. That is a great answer. Yeah, man. I told you, I feel like, what is that word? I'm not trying to gloat. I feel like I'm a natural leader. I feel like I'm not just saying just because I've been in leadership positions that makes me a good leader. But I know that, when you are a leader and you work with people who are also leaders, you kind of see what separates you from the two. You feel what I'm saying? Just like, I'm not in the 10K club on YouTube yet, 10K subscribers, but I think my work ethic would put me in the 10K club to the point where, people who have my amount of subscribers, shout out to the Nat Pack for subscribing. But my work ethic makes me different. Every day on YouTube, I'm either putting a short in, I'm putting a video in, I'm putting a video on my exclusive members, I'm going live, I'm doing something to utilize my channel. And for someone who just wants fast growth or whatever, they question like, how you keep going? You work night shift, you're married, you have kids. How is it I don't have any of these things that I'm not motivated? And I think that's what makes me stand different. I'm very consistent. I'm very determined. Yes, Rev. But I'm very consistent as well because I know a lot of times I might not know how to get to my goal, but I know I want that goal. And I do trial and error in order to accomplish that goal. I've talked about a story where when I was a supervisor at McDonald's, my bad, y'all see a cat hair right here. I think I got it. When I was a supervisor at a McDonald's, they had moved me before I wound up ultimately quitting to a store that needed help. Like they needed someone to fulfill the supervisor role. And a lady that was there was mad because she wanted that role. But I felt like with me, and I could be wrong, but I felt like when I ran my shifts at McDonald's, we ran our shifts different, night and day. And I wasn't trying to pick on this woman, but I knew she was mad. You feel me? But I remember one day I came in and I had to work night shift. And no, I want to say it's just in general her work ethic. You know what I'm saying? In general, her work ethic sucked. But when I came in, bruh, it made me so mad that there were no large cups on the front counter. In the drive-through, it was no large cups. You know, that's when McDonald's had, y'all remember when McDonald's had the large cups for $1? So what we need, large cups, right? And I looked at her and I told her, I am not clocking in until you get this store together. The store was filthy. There were no large cups. They didn't stock up. Now, when I asked her why, she gave me that excuse. We were busy. But I feel like as a McDonald manager, you should expect to be busy. You should expect it. Don't tell me that's a reason why you don't. And I said, I'm not clocking in until you get the store together. And I went to the break room and I just, you got to have standards, y'all. Got to have standards. My bad, y'all. Let me read the chat. Penny, I'm good. How you doing? You are determined. I feel like, in my personal opinion, in order to be a great leader, you have to be a great leader and a person who knows how to listen. Facts. I agree with you, Andrew. But I also think, though, I think a lot of people are delusional. You feel me? When you're living in your head, you feel like what you're doing is the right call, and a lot of times it's not. The best way I can say that is when I first started YouTube. And I'm not saying all my content is the best content. I'm never saying that. But, when you view your content as a creator, you feel like it's the best. You know what I'm saying? So I think the same thing that goes into leadership. I think all leaders think they're the best just because. But, we talked about this before you pulled up. Thank you for pulling up, by the way, Andrew. That what I'm dealing with at work is that I've been at this company for 6 years and not one leadership has ever asked me. 6 years? 6 years in February, if we're getting technical, right? February, I'll be at Amazon for 6 years. Really? Shut up, Natalie. 6 years, right? So, I've never had a leadership pull me aside and said, damn, bro, you've been here for 6 years. Do you want to move up? What's stopping you from moving up? Like, do you want to or not? If not, I'll leave you alone. But if you want to move up, is there anything I can do to help you move up? Because I think you have X, Y, and Z. But I think a lot of leaders won't do that. But, flashback when I was at McDonald's, if I ever came across someone that spent the same amount of time, a year or 2 years, whatever, I would ask them, like, I'm a manager. I've been with the company for this many years. What's stopping you from moving up? You feel me? But no one's ever had that. And I'm not saying that's what makes me a great leader, but we know that I talk about that I'm very empathetic and I'm all about helping people achieve their goal. And I just feel like a lot of people have not personally asked me that because I feel like, for one, I feel like my wordplay is good. I know how to talk to people. Some people can see that as a threat. But, based off the conversation I had with a manager this morning, he told me that all of the managers think I'm a hard worker. But I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what a hard worker is. You feel me? I know what that means. But like, to me, I would question what makes someone a hard worker. Because when I think about hard worker, I think, man, like I said, I'm different. I feel like nobody comes to work hard and not expect anything. What do you get out of working hard and not getting anything in return? I think the end goal is, if I work hard, I'll get this. You feel me? So for y'all to say I'm a hard worker, that to me, it makes me mad. It makes me mad because how is it none of y'all are asking me, what do I want out of return? No one just goes, I want to work hard. SpongeBob looking ass. I want to work hard. I want to work hard. But not want anything in return. Everybody wants something in return, and that, It makes me upset that nobody, including that 6 years of time that I've been with the company, has asked me, "Well, you work hard, but what do you want out of?" You feel me? Mind blowing to me, but like I think that's what separates my mind frame. You know what? We're gonna say this and then we're gonna dabble into the chat because it ties in. My bad, y'all. I think what separates me from other managers is I want people to get, better at whatever. We use the example of if I found someone worked at the company the same jurisdiction amount of time that I have, right? We use that as an example. But also, I would teach people in a sense. You feel me? Like, if I knew someone was a good worker, I would give them another tool. And if I felt like you're doing a tool that I would typically do, I feel like I can focus on another tool. Case in point, when I worked at McDonald's, we had BSV. If you work in McDonald's, y'all know about BSV. It's when all the big leagues come. Even if you didn't work at McDonald's, one day y'all probably was at a McDonald's and y'all seen, dang, they going faster. Dang, the grease and the fries look cleaner. Dang, this store looks immaculate. Telling you that was a BSV. But anyway, I would delegate, for certain individuals to clean up certain things or to learn certain tasks. Never like counting money or anything. But when I realized that I could give someone a task that I typically would focus on, that meant I can focus on another task. It's called delegating. Delegating means, in my vocabulary, I give you a job that I feel like you can do, and I follow up to make sure you can do it. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of managers, though, I feel as though they don't like to do that because they feel like they want to hold on to that job. They feel like that job is tied to their identity. You feel me? So that's what makes me different from different managers. Boy, I ate that up. What do y'all think? If I ate that up, put the letter 8 in the chat. Someone who follows very well. Some want your glory but don't know your story. It's facts. And that's why you feel me? Like, that's what I told Brian. It don't matter. At the end of the day, I'm going to put my headphones in. You choose what you want to do. I just thought maybe you want a different perspective. Maybe your other managers don't want you to be good. That's why they haven't pointed out, your flaws. You feel me? I love you too, King. Thank you for pulling up. You're welcome, of course. Share the channel. Subscribe. Please like and subscribe only if y'all going to come back. Y'all hear Nightbot. My name is Natalie. I go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you like topics like this, man. Ooh, that ginger ale. I felt that ginger ale. If you like topics like this, do me a favor. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe only if you're going to come back. Every time we go live, we talk about a lot of different things. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read a text message. I'm messing up my intro. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I do videos, a long form. I do shorts. I do a little bit of everything, to be honest with you guys. So make sure y'all pull up. We call my community the Nat Pack. Man, I love for you guys to be a part of it. This is Petty Hour. I don't think it's too petty, but some people would. You feel me? The topics we talk about. So we would love if you joined us on our YouTube journey. You feel me? We do have exclusive members too. So if you're wanting a little bit of Natalie in your life, a little bit more, you feel me? Make sure you tap into the exclusive members. I think it's like $3.99 a month. So as much as like a chicken nugget at Wendy's, you feel me? Our chicken nuggets $3.99. How much are chicken nuggets now? I haven't eaten Wendy's in a minute. Let's just say a small fry. As much as a small fry. And I put like multiple videos out a month. So like every week. Not 6, 7 shit. Boy, they're gonna, 6, 7 people gotta show up. Like, comment after the live. Yes, Lord, hard worker. She is definitely, man. Talk to Maine. Maine in this thing. Make sure y'all pull up on Maine too. He does content, please. Beauty's in the eyes of the beholder, man. That's why I say I just put my headphones in and go about my day. If you Brett chooses to listen to me, it's up to him. And he was like, I'm going to change. And I just looked at him and said, all right. And he said, Natalie, I can't tell. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or real. I said, nobody knows. And realistically, it doesn't matter. Prove it to yourself. You don't got to prove nothing to me, baby. My apologies, Natty. Nobody ever asked me either. That's sad. Why is that, though? I think because they're intimidated, though, Rev. They think it's really crazy to me. Why would I expect this person to come in every day? I'm not problematic. You know, there's certain people who are problematic in the workforce. You ask them to go somewhere, they throw a fit, they throw a temper tantrum. But me, I do whatever you tell me to do. I don't fight back. And then I do my job. I make my rate, if not go above my rate. And you think every day I'm just going to come in and do it on that SpongeBob stuff. Remember when SpongeBob be like, I'm ready. Y'all think I'm going to come on I'm ready every day? Boy, you got me made up. And then what's really crazy is that when I told one of the managers, because sometimes I talk to her, but now I found out she's weird. I don't really talk to her no more because, you know, she's weird. But when I was telling her, man, I'm thinking about writing an ebook, because she knows I'm do YouTube. I said, I'm thinking about writing an ebook about how men can better learn women. And she looked at me and said, they ain't gonna buy it. And I said, oh, you on the bull. You mad. And then she's like, you already got an ebook? Because I was like, this will be my second ebook. Because she's not subscribed to my channel, nor would I ever give it to her. But, oh, you already got an ebook? But you want me to sit here every day and do this? On that SpongeBob mentality. My apologies, Natty. No one ever asked me either. What is your apologies about, man? What are your thoughts on bowling? My highest score, bro, I couldn't tell you. I'm all right, though. Mud. I'm all right at bowling. I appreciate you, Rev. I'm all right at bowling because I think what made me different, you feel me, growing up as an 80s baby, you know what they made me do? I think 8th grade in gym class, 7th grade, 8th grade, we had to learn bowling for like a couple weeks. You feel me? 3-4 weeks. The little fake Fisher Price bowling set. And then after we mastered how to bowl, they taught us. Guess what? Field trip. Where we going? The bowling alley. So I don't plays when it comes to the bowling. All right, Mud, if you want to know, mess around and find out. Yeah, they're already lighting fireworks. And we got 8:30 my time, 8:29. Yeah, they lighting fireworks. Where y'all at? Let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, you don't want to mess with me on bowling. You don't want to mess with me. I'm very like I don't know if you call like sports driven, physical. Like I love sports. I'm very competitive, so I didn't know I was good at golf. There's a vlog on my channel where I went to go do Top Golf. Found out I was good. Had never played golf. Zoom in on y'all. Never played golf a day in my life. Found out that day, which was a couple months ago. I'm good at golf. Very competitive, y'all. I think it's what makes me different from a lot of people. You feel me? What else y'all got going on, man? Shout out to the 7 people in here listening to me talk on New Year's Eve. We're hours away from celebrating 2026. Y'all got any New Year's resolutions? Let me know in the chat below. Let me know when I'm talking about mine, because typically I say I don't have New Year's resolutions typically, but I want to like pave the way for the 2026. So I don't know if you guys are new. I just said my birthday's in August, and me and my homegirl are planning our 40th birthday celebration where we're going out of town. I'm in Florida. She's in Kentucky. And I'm like, bruh, I want to get out of Florida and Kentucky. Can we do something different? So we're trying to like, I don't know what date or stuff yet, but we're we're deciding where to go, right? But I say that to tell you that one of my resolutions is I want to be able to take, I want to take a 2 week unpaid leave of absence from Amazon. Unpaid, because I want my YouTube to be able to support me financially. That's my ultimate goal, to quit Amazon, do full-time content creating. So that is one of my New Year's resolutions, because I'm like, man, I don't want to be able to sit here and say, January 1st, y'all know we get new time, new paid time off. I don't want to use my time. I just want to take a paid 2 week break from YouTube. You feel me? So that's one of my goals. If y'all have goals, drop it in the comment section below. I'm curious. Am I the only one with some goals? It looked like it. I'm gonna turn that lighting on. But other than that, y'all, we got 8 people in the chat. Appreciate all 80 y'all pulling up and listening. I don't know if you guys are scared to comment. My name is Natalie. I go live, y'all, 3 days a week. 3 days, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You guys caught me on New Year's Eve. Shout out to you guys for catching me. If you like topics like this on lives, I go live 3 days a week, like I just said. You feel me? Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. But I do long form content. I do short form content. And we do have exclusive members where we talk. We got 2 tiers. Let's talk about the tiers, since no one's talking about their New Year's resolution. So we have 2 tiers. I want to say the first tier of exclusive is like $3.99. I want to say $3.99. What do we talk about on the $3.99? We talk about like vlogs, deep stories that I know that YouTube would probably say was unmonetizable on the regular format. And I'm trying to think of the last story we covered. I do have a video dropping today or tomorrow. I just got to get my thumbnail together. But it sounds kind of boring, but it gets spiced up. So listen, y'all, let me walk with y'all. Let me talk with y'all. So I bought these shoes from Amazon, steel toe shoes, right? Because you got to have steel toe shoes when you work there. I bought a 10. They were too small. 10's my normal, regular size, right? So I said, let me order 10 and a half. Boom. Guess what? Too small. So I wound up returning them. We turned it into a vlog. On the way to the vlog, I dabbled in a story time that I posted yesterday as a short about, why did I deactivate all of my social medias, excluding YouTube. And I recently joined Snapchat again. And how multiple men have asked me, because, I'm originally from Kentucky. Now I'm in Florida. Multiple men have asked me, do you come back to Kentucky? And these men are people I don't really know. I mean, they met me we ain't gonna talk about how, but the question is, why are they asking me that question? We dive into it. You feel me, in that vlog on the exclusive members. And then I did have on my Meta glasses and called, when I wear my Meta glasses, but in real life, people stare at me. But when I say it, clearly no one believes me. So we got some hardcore facts of people actually staring me down, right? And we made it into a vlog. So very interesting. Pull up into the exclusive members. That's the Nat Pack. That's for $3.99. But for, I think it's $7, we call that membership. Let me zoom in on y'all. All right. Nat at night, because it's a lot of like story times that I don't tell during the daylight of my encounters before I decided to get married. So you guys definitely pull up, because one thing I do hear about me is that I'm really good at telling stories. Very interesting. So guys, pull up on both of those memberships. I would love to have you in either or. But I get it. If I know Christmas just passed, the money is still a problem for me. Just hit the like button, subscribe if you feel like you want to pull back up on this content. You feel me? It looked like we kind of quiet in the chat. Lucky for you guys. I be talking to myself. So, I can keep myself company. Make sure I hit the like button. Make sure I subscribe only if y'all gonna come back. I really appreciate you guys pulling up on New Year's Eve. It says we have 10 people in the chat. Shout out to all 10 of you guys. You guys done ran up the likes. Appreciate you guys. To 50. Oh, boy, I said y'all must have heard me coming. Y'all done ran the likes up to 58. I really appreciate the $14.99 in super chats. DeAndre himself sent me $10 on my Cash App. That's why it's posted. So we've got $24.99 today. Man, that's not too bad for real, for one day in the YouTube world. And plus we got $2.12. Well, that's me making up what 212 rubies is. I don't know what 212 rubies is in real life, but I really appreciate you guys showing out financially and watch hour times on YouTube, man. It means the world to me, man. I don't know how long I'll be on here. Because I can talk to myself for a little bit. But I'm gonna need some of y'all to start, participating. You feel you feel me? Give me 1 second, y'all. I do gotta use the restroom. I know you guys are not gonna sit here and wait. You feel me? Anybody want to start a conversation of New Year's resolutions? I just shared mine. One thing about me, very open. I feel like I have no reason to lie about anything. So I'm just a very open individual, and I think it's because I don't know why for real I'm open. I want to say because I don't want to say I grew up in a sheltered life, you feel me? But I want to say that growing up, I was very shy, and I didn't really understand, is my identity the word? I didn't understand my identity, but now since I understand my identity, I feel like, man, it costs you 0.99, 0.00 to keep it real in the hood. So I just feel like honesty is the best. I don't know. I just feel like honesty is the best. You feel me? I'm open just really to anything, but not really disrespect. I am married. You feel me? So I don't want no. You know how it can get. Sometimes people confuse YouTube with OnlyFans. You feel me? So let's just stay on topic of it being YouTube and being respectful. But y'all look like y'all kind of quiet. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Maybe when I come back, y'all be more willing to talk. Can y'all give me a second to run? Y'all, I see 80 y'all in here. I see 80 y'all in here. I see y'all. You feel me? I see you. Now it's 6. You feel me? More of the story. I know people are in here. Let me go use the restroom. When I come back, let's talk, y'all. Let's talk. What we got to talk about? It's New Year's Eve. We're heading into 2026, a new year. Y'all going to be 2025-ish. Let me know. All right, y'all. I'm back. Y'all still quiet. Y'all wash my face a little bit. I've been using these face wipes with Witch hazel. I get a lot of compliments on my skin. So let's see. We still don't have no action in here. Shout out to you guys. I guess y'all want me to end the live stream. You feel me? Nobody has New Year's resolutions. No one has any feedback. It's cool. I dig it. I dig it. Other than that, y'all, let's just y'all trying to wrap up. Y'all trying to wrap up the live. I really appreciate y'all pulling up since we have 4 people in here. 59 likes. Appreciate all of you guys liking. I might come back later. You feel me? After y'all's drinks kick in because nobody's being any, you feel me? No one's being engaging. I really appreciate you guys pulling up on this live stream. Really appreciate y'all support. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video, the next live. I hope you guys have a wonderful, happy New Year's, man. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. You feel me? All right, y'all. Holler at y'all next live, all right?